wanted to share a romantic 3-course vegan dinner. These recipes are perfect for date night, your favorite cooking partner, or if you just want to create a fancy dinner for yourself. We're using healthy ingredients and it's even gluten-free depending on the type of pasta that you choose. The best part is that all of this deliciousness happens in under an hour so that we don't have to spend our entire night in the kitchen. We're starting with our appetizer, which is a strawberry balsamic salad. It's really simple with 4 ingredients: mixed greens, strawberries, almonds, and balsamic dressing. I'm using this fig balsamic dressing from Whole Foods in case you're interested. For our entree, I'm making a creamy vegan carbonara with pan-seared scallops. I'm really excited about this recipe because it looks super fancy, but it's actually really easy to make. For the scallops, I'm using the stems of the king oyster mushroom, and you can find this variety of mushroom at an Asian market or any international market. We're going to start by slicing the stems of the mushroom into scallop-sized medallions. And then we're going to score them on each side. It's really going to help to infuse the flavors and create a nice sear. After you're done, transfer the mushrooms into a bowl along with pieces of seaweed. I'm using dulse, but you can use whatever seaweed that you have access to. Kombu or nori sheets will also work fine. This is going to help to infuse the mushrooms with that seafood flavor. Next, we're going to cover everything with hot water and allow it to soak for about an hour. I'm using a plate to weigh the mushrooms down so that they stay immersed in the water. After the mushrooms have soaked, we're going to pat them dry and then add them to a hot cast iron skillet, adding in a dash of avocado oil. If you want to keep this oil free, you can always add a little bit of vegetable broth instead. The scallops are ready to be flipped, and you can see here that they're getting a really nice sear. I'm going to go ahead and season them with dulse flakes and a little salt. And after they've cooked through on both sides, we're going to set them aside. I'm adding in garlic, shallots, and leeks. Also add Italian seasoning. Already pre-soaked and chopped up some sun-dried tomatoes, so I'm adding those in. This gives you a nice bite that you would usually get from the bacon in a traditional carbonara. And I'm in no way comparing the taste of sun-dried tomatoes to bacon. I'm just saying that when you're trying to veganize and replicate dishes, you want to use similar textures or flavor profiles. Now for our secret ingredient, which is hummus. And it may sound a little bizarre to use hummus in a pasta dish, but trust me, this works. Adding in vegetable broth just to thin the sauce out until I get the desired consistency. After I've allowed that to simmer, I'm going to add in the juice of half of a small lemon, along with a little zest to brighten things up. While I was preparing the scallops and the sauce, I already went ahead and boiled my noodles, so now we can toss them right in. I'm using a gluten-free lentil-based pasta that you can find at Trader Joe's, but you can use whatever pasta that you like. We're gonna go ahead and give it a good toss. I'm also adding in chopped parsley. And then we're going to top it with the pan-seared scallops. You're going to be really surprised by the texture on these. They're very similar to scallops. For dessert, I'm making a bourbon chocolate mousse, which again sounds fancy, but it's actually just 3 simple ingredients that we're just gonna pop into the blender. We're using avocado, carob or cacao powder. I'm personally using carob powder, and bourbon barrel aged maple syrup. I picked this maple syrup up from Trader Joe's, but you could always use a plain maple syrup or any liquid sweetener of your choice. After we blend it all up, we're gonna add it to our serving dishes. Look at how rich and decadent this is. By the way, you can't taste the avocados at all. It's just here to give you the creaminess that you expect with a mousse. Also, I'm trying to be fancy, so I'm gonna top it with some fresh mint and berries. As a bonus, I made these little date truffles. Again, really simple recipe, 3 ingredients. We're gonna pit our dates, stuff them with almond butter, and top them with pomegranate seeds. Now, pomegranate seeds aren't in season at the moment. I'm using frozen pomegranate seeds, which you can find in the frozen fruit section. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. I'm also on Instagram under the same handle, Conscious Appetite, so feel free to follow me over there. I have a lot of great recipes coming up on this channel, some what I eat in a day, some meal prep, so definitely subscribe so that you can be notified when new videos drop. And that is all I have for now, so I will see you next time. Bye!